Good morning. Welcome back to the KR Daily Transmission. Today, I'm just going to be able to be here with you for a few minutes. I just finished my workout. The birds are singing. And I have so much to get ready for our Magdalene Rising ceremony that's happening today at noon Pacific. If you'd like to sign up and be a part of that live channeled ceremony, you can sign up at my website at kaia.com. Good morning, Melinda. I know I'm starting earlier today, but I just really need to get going. There's so much that I need to prepare for. We have so many people coming today from around the world. And this morning I was talking to my trainer about some of the things that are happening right now in Shanghai, China, that were so disturbing to me, between the lockdowns, the robots that they're using. And I just thought to myself, there's a reason why these videos, I'm watching these videos from my trainer this morning, because he closely follows the news in Asia. And I was like, my God, like these robots were saying, like you can't even sing, you need to abdicate your soul's desire for freedom. They literally lock people in their homes in a city of over 20 million people. And I'd seen footage of them doing this previous years in China, but I just want to share from my heart to yours, like the Magdalene Rising ceremony, like this is a real mission of the highest order. Like when we activate our sovereign divinity, we are taking a stand for the sovereignty of all of humanity. And it's really important to understand that, for those of us and various ranges of freedom to be able to even talk about these subject matters, like it's up to us to embody our sovereign divinity and to shine our greatest light and to live in our highest potential, for the sake of countless millions of people that are being subjected to every kind of atrocity on this planet and every kind of global psyop that just seems to continue to roll out wave after wave. I don't know about you, but this year in 2022, the year of the dragons, I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity to stand up for freedom and to stand up for our divinity and to live in my highest potential of serving you and serving our global community, because I understand the stakes are so high. And lives are on the line, and the future for our children is on the line. And when we choose to really claim and own this process, we named this year the year of the dragons. We know it's the year of the tiger. Thanks so much. But we actually chose the Sophia Code community. We named this year the year of the dragons, plural, because and we love tigers and we love the year of the tiger, but this is for us individually as a community. I'm just seeing a few little notes in the chat. It's like, this is the year that we all need to step into our golden dragon mastery. And that's a big part of what's going to be coming up in the Magdalene Rising ceremony today at noon Pacific. If you haven't signed up for that ceremony, let's go. The link is in the chat, and you can also sign up at my website, kaia.com. So this ceremony, this Magdalene Rising ceremony, represents where we're going as a global community, rising up in these Magdalene codes of sovereignty that Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, all of the Essenes were embodying for the sake of their people in their times. And our light work and our angelic mission on these very extreme times on the planet, it's connected to that Magdalene mission. This is an angelic mission for Christ consciousness to finally be anchored on the planet, which by default activates humanity to the truth, recognition, and reconciliation of its sovereign divinity. There couldn't be a time on the planet where that's more important when we have robots locking people up in their homes in China. It's just like, if you think that's just so far away and can't touch you, like, how do you think it starts? It's like, it starts by governments test driving it in certain countries that can get away with that. And as we saw last year with Australia and the extreme totalitarian measures that our brothers and sisters in Australia have had to survive over the past 2 years, like, boundaries are being crossed that we've never seen before. So I share this, number one, because my heart was just so, my heart just went out so deeply to these people living in such extreme fear. And I know what it's like to live in that kind of extreme terror and fear. So of course my compassion is overflowing when I'm watching this footage, but like, it's not meant to be a downer for us this morning, although it's extremely disturbing information. I'm sharing it to remind us of how incredibly important our individual roles are at this time, and our collective awakening as a global community of light workers. Like, this is for real. This isn't like spirituality to do some 10-step program to put an extra couple of dollars in your bank account or manifest your lover. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All of that is super great and a part of living in your joy and happiness. But our angelic mission truly, truly is about activating the sovereign divinity of humanity. And that requires us fully owning that light and that power and the inner journey of what it takes to surrender our ego structure, heal our trauma, and get inside that sovereign embodiment that's here to create a new sovereign paradigm, to face challenges as opportunities for growth, and to get inside the spiritual musculature of what it's going to take for us to truly deeply awaken and activate humanity that's asleep to the very nightmare that's perpetrating these terrors upon itself. So you represent that frontline awakening on this planet that's here to serve the heart of humanity, even the hearts of humanity that would attack or judge those who are extending a hand to even help. Like, that's the interesting part about awakening, is how often, if people are so traumatized, which we see everywhere, people that are still don't even know they're recovering from the trauma of the past 2 years of the pandemic. It's just like, wow, it's a lot to take in, how much people haven't actually integrated and processed what happened. But that's why we focus on the Sophia Code. It's why we focus on our direct connection to source. It's why we come together and practice these higher self-embodiment techniques. It's because as you are able to discern and see through the agendas, the narrative, the totalitarian programming that's so prevalent, the cancel culture that's happening on this planet, and you are able to suit up into that golden dragon light body and feel your angel wings unfurl and own your creative sovereign power to birth a new sovereign paradigm with other light workers just like you. There's that, all of that dualistic spiritual warfare, it's not going to affect you, because you're living in a resonance of sovereignty that's creating a sanctuary, both for yourself, your family, your community, your clients, but also for those that are awakening and need to be, and those who are ready to awaken and step into their own sovereignty. Like, we are becoming that sanctuary space that welcomes in those who are wounded and traumatized to begin the same process of genuine spiritual awakening for themselves, which has to dismantle lifetimes of trauma, addictions to ego structure, just an addiction to being asleep. A lot of people are like, oh, I didn't realize leadership or my divine purpose is going to require work. I'm like, what? Anything of value, anything worth creating in this world is going to involve all of us rolling up our sleeves and getting inside the inner journey, the outer journey, which are one and the same. It's going to involve work, and it's going to also, like, it really depends on how you frame the perspective of work, because every opportunity to grow is a get to. So even that alone, sovereign awakened light workers are here to guide and share and teach others the get to of these extremely challenging times. And the only way anyone's going to believe that there's a get to here is because you're living it, and you're living it through your passion and your joy and your willingness, as we talked about with Joan of Arc. So Anyways, I'm a little bit fiery this morning. I'm going to go get ready for the Magdalene Rising ceremony. Thank you so much for taking this moment to get into that like fire, that fire dragon energy for our leadership and in preparation for today's fully channeled ceremony with the Order of Magdalena. I love you all so much. Thanks for liking this video. Thanks for sharing it with those who are ready to activate their own dragon fire. We'll see you at the Magdalene Rising ceremony. I love you all so much. Have a brilliant morning or evening wherever you are. Namaste.